Breathe. Spinning the wheel is a way to break my pattern of negative spirals. It's perhaps a distraction, and it has brought this moment into being. And if it weren't for spinning the wheel, I don't know what I would be doing right now. I don't know how I would be feeling. I have a feeling that I might be binge watching some sort of a series and getting kind of into a difficult headspace. And I still have difficulties in my headspace. And I'm proud of myself for spinning the wheel and turning off Netflix and being intentional with showing up for myself with love and care and trying to make the most of the little things, like noticing a bird, listening to the songs of the birds. I am so grateful for this, and I'm going to be sad to leave this magical garden, and I want to make the most of this magical garden while I'm here. And to exist in this space and make magic in this space and savor the nature of this space and make art and make love and make fuck. There are so many ways to make love, so many ways to make art, to make magic, and I feel very lucky to have this magical garden, even if only for a short while. Would you like to practice making magic in this garden? Okay. Mm-hmm. How would you like to be? I think I would like to stretch. One thing that I've realized is that I need to take responsibility for my pleasure. I need to take responsibility for loving myself. And that sometimes I have been a barrier to my own well-being, that I've been preventing my access to magic and to feeling connected in the universe. And being outside in this garden feels significantly different than being inside. I feel more connected to my magic in this garden. And I'm hoping that it might be possible to share some of that magic through traveling through time and space, to share this garden, because it doesn't feel safe for me to share this garden in this moment, because it can be so dangerous to be loving, which is so strange that there's so much hostility and violence towards being an advocate for love. And yet, that is something I feel anxiety about, is how much anger there is towards love, and how much support there is for hate. And so I can't share this garden in this moment that I'm speaking. And my intention is to travel through space and time to share this magical garden, so that these moments with these magical birds and their sacred bird songs can be appreciated and nourish our hearts and our energies during these difficult times. And I was reflecting on how I've been holding myself back from my own need to be outside. Even living here, I haven't spent as much time as I would like to outside. I think because I grew up in suburbia and am used to spending most of my time indoors, and perhaps feel a little bit safer when I'm inside, even when it's my own outdoor space. It still doesn't feel as safe as I would like it to. And ooh, this is, oh, let me see. This is a metaphor. Oh wait. This is a metaphor. I have some allergies. This is a metaphor. This is a metaphor. Whew. 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 So there's, each of my limbs is connected to resistance bands. Whew. And sometimes what I'm realizing is that there's this resistance that we are putting onto ourselves, and sometimes we make things more difficult than they need to be. Perhaps because we're trying to protect ourselves, perhaps because it might not be safe to take up space and to share our voice. And also, there's something I don't know if this metaphor makes sense, but I feel like I've been holding myself back, and perhaps in some ways I've made my life more painful and with more suffering than there needs to be. And it wasn't that I wanted to suffer, and I still struggle with this. When I catch myself going down my negative thought spiral of all the things that haven't gone the way that I wanted them to, difficulties in different aspects of my life, feeling like I haven't been treated fairly, comparing myself. That's basically a recipe for a lot of negativity. And I'm trying to break out of the negativity and hold space for love and magic, transformation, holistic healing, sex positive, liberation, so that we can have space to be, to love, to live, to laugh, to cry, to be still, to be slow, to be however we are. And I don't want to be my harshest critic anymore. And I also want to challenge the voices in my head that aren't paying rent. The voices that are trying to control me, trying to silence me, to shame me. And it's probably those voices that I've allowed to stay with me for so long that have kept me small and built up that pattern of negativity that now it feels like time to let go of this and to be intentional with how I treat myself, with how I talk to myself, with how I experience these moments. Do you want to breathe with me? Do you want to stretch with me? Do you want to fly with me?